back to co-pilot today. You know him from RuPaul's Drag Race, Olive's favorite show. And he's a dear friend of the show and the life of every party, Ross Mathews.
Yes, everybody, it is election day.
I know, it's finally here.
So exciting, I live for it.
I'm so excited, I really, really am. Okay, so let's check out some election headlines from across the country. First up, oh, by the way, friend of the show, D-Nice, he's spinning all day on Instagram Live, DJing until the polls close.
Yeah, that's a good stress relief. If you need to, just go and like rock out.
Well, and if the quarantine taught us anything, is that he's a great leader.
Exactly.
So check that out. Okay, and if you're headed out to the polls today, USA Today reports that Uber and Lyft want to help. Lyft is offering 50% off your ride to any poll location or ballot drop box with the code 2020VOTE. And Uber is offering 50% off round trip to the polls when you use Poll Finder feature in their app.
That is like the best news ever. There's no excuse not to get out there and vote now, right?
I know.
Good for them. Hey, and after you vote, you can proudly wear that I voted sticker, which is like the best I've seen on your Instagram as well. And then you can head out for some freebies. Yeah, we found where you can snag some free snacks today just for voting. It's election day food news.
Nom, 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 nom,
Nom, nom, nom, nom.
There she is, Sammy.
I love when you say num, 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 num.
It's Sammy Souls. It's her voice.
All right, listen, you really can get free stuff just for voting. How? I'm going to tell you right now. At Boston Market, voters get a free slider today.
Yum!
Nom, nom, nom. How about Krispy Kreme? You vote, you get a free glazed donut today.
Yeah!
Delish. All right, at Wawa, you get a free coffee, so your donut can do the dip. How about that?
Wawa!
Yes, please. At Chili's, which is one of my favorites. Have you ever had the skillet queso dip?
I got my baby.
Okay, well, you can get a Presidente margarita for $5.
Well,
and a free commemorative chili sticker, so that's fun. And at Shake Shack, you get free fries when you get a burger. Don't mind if I do. It is a free country. Why not enjoy a free donut, Drew?
I love this. This is so fun. And in more voting news, Tacoma Park, Maryland, people as young as 16 can legally vote in local elections. 16, I know.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, it's interesting because the Washington Post reports that more cities are looking to lower the voting age, and currently in 18 states and Washington, D.C., 17-year-olds can vote in primaries and special elections if they're going to be 18 by the general election. So I did. I really thought about this, Ross. I thought about myself at 16.
Yeah, that's where I went right away.
Well, and I was like, oh, God, was I responsible? Not really, but I also grew up fast, so I was sort of like born 10. I don't know. But here's what I also came to the conclusion of.
What?
I was a working girl, and if you are 16 or 17 and you have a job, you have to pay taxes.
Yes.
So my thought is, if you pay taxes, you should be able to vote.
Yeah, we went to the same place because, okay, you were in movies at 16, I was working at McDonald's at 16, but we were both paying taxes, okay?
Exactly.
Now, that being said, I thought about who I was at 16, and I think if you're gonna vote, you should be like socially aware of the issues. At 16, I would have cast my vote for Ginger Spice. So I think maybe wait a couple years until you're aware of what it means, what taxes mean to a middle-class family, what it means to have healthcare or not, right? Can you really process that at 16?
You know, I will say this. When we were growing up, there was no social media, and I was not as conscientious about my civic duties or the world at large. And I traveled the world. Like, I was worldly, but I wasn't newsy. And so I do think that this generation is much more equipped. And I do think they become much more equipped with each generation at grasping their world around them. So I do have a lot of faith.
You know what? I'll co-stamp that, okay? Props to the young kids.
Yeah.
Yep. And whether you're 16 or not, you can join Americans voting in every corner of this country today, and you will be shocked where you actually can vote. Take a look. Lifeguard stations, people are voting.
I love this. Swimming pools.
Right. Hair salons get a new do in a new country.
Are you ready for this one? Num, num, num. Taquerias.
Okay, yes, please. That's what I'm tacoing about.
Yeah?
Okay. What about this? A Harley-Davidson showroom. People are voting there.
Vroom, vroom. I love this one. Laundromat.
Yeah, well, we want a clean election, Drew. We do. And that's why people are voting everywhere.
That's right. And wherever you go, get there and make your voice heard.